I think I'm live. Am I live? I'm live. First things first, before I explain my haircut, let's take a look at these fucking bam, skull mint pouches, boy. Bam. That's where it's at right here. Right here. This is where it's at. Put one of these suckers in. Let's listen to this fucking song right here. See what we got.
Soldaten der 8. Armee. Die vieltägigen Einzelkämpfe auf den weiten Gehöfen zwischen Allenstein und Meidenburg sind beendet. Ihr habt einen vernichtenden Sieg für 5 Armeekorps und 3
Goodness gracious. All right. That's a pretty cool little song right there that we just listened to. The band called Nail Bomb. There was a band called how do you pronounce it exactly? Let me think. Sepultura, Sepultura. Fuck it, I can never pronounce it, bro. But it's a pretty awesome metal band from South America. It's like Sepultura. Oh fuck! I call myself a fan. You know, I can't even pronounce that shit. You know, but fuck. Anyway, some of the band members were in that Nail Bomb band, and it was just a one time fucking deal. And they released a pretty cool little album there. Pretty edgy artwork. You know, with the Vietnamese chick. You know, face to face with an M16. You know, pretty edgy. Okay. And I had some stuff I was gonna watch. What was it? Kind of caught me off guard here. Oh yeah, I was gonna explain my haircut. Well, like nobody's here and nobody cares anyway. But I got this haircut today, bro. I paid like fucking $24 fucking dollars for this shit, bro. And let me tell you something, dude. I don't remember the last time I got a haircut. Most of the time, I cut it myself. Like, I was in the military for a short time, just very short. And also, I've just been in some other places. Like, when I was younger, I went to a boot camp because I was a disciplinary problem. And I've always had kind of like not a buzz cut, like down to the fucking down to the meat, but a buzz cut like I mean, I've had a really short buzz cut down to the meat, but most of the time I get a 3 all around. You know what I mean? And so today I paid for fucking a 3 on the sides and a trim on the top. And so most of the time I just fucking, like I was saying, I just get a 3 all around. I let that shit grow out. Once it gets too fucking long, I just fucking shave it off again. 3 all around, you know? But today, I pretty much got ripped off. I paid it was like $19 and I gave the chick a tip, you know? So it would come out to like $24, you know? Kind of a shitty haircut, you know? I've never got a haircut like this in my life, you know what I mean? I can't remember the last time, you know? It's probably been years and years. On the positive side, I've got a, I don't know if you can see that. Might be backwards for you. This is a Cuban cigar right here. So, I might spark this up a little bit later. Smoke this fucking Cuban cigar. Been drinking a little vodka. Got some beer. Got a fucking, some Skull Mint in my fucking grill right now, you know, just fucking hanging out. I ain't got nothing better to do. Alright. Let me turn this fucking heater off. It's fucking too hot. Alright. And yeah, my watch later. And not the watch later, but the, yeah, it was the watch later. We'll close that out. Wow. I was pretty, come to think of it, I went live and I'm pretty unprepared right now, so bear with me. There's nobody here right now, but you know, somebody later is going to be like, you know, fucking click on this for fucking 2 seconds and click off. Yeah, I added this. Why more people are turning to artificial intelligence for companionship. I have not watched this, but I've wanted to. So let's watch this.
Shakespeare may have said that music be the food of love, but increasingly these days, the language of this very real emotion may be artificial intelligence. Ali Rogan tells us about the growing phenomenon in the search for companionship.
For some users, they're a friend to talk to. For a fee, some of them will even become your boyfriend or girlfriend. Computerized companions generated completely by artificial intelligence are becoming more common, and the bots are sophisticated.
Wait, like, for a fee, bro? For a fee? And, you know, for a fee, you're talking about, I gotta pay for this shit right here? Like this fucking, like, borderline, like, emoji? Like, what the fuck? Kidding me?
Enough to learn from prior conversations, mimic human language, flirt, and build personal connections. But the rise in AI companionship also raises ethical concerns and questions about the role these apps can play in an increasingly disconnected and online world. Hallelujah Hidero covers technology and internet culture for the Associated Press. Hallelujah.
Dang, what's up? Hallelujah is having a bad hair day. What the fuck, bro? The fuck? What's up with that? It's like, is she Lester Holt's fucking granddaughter, bro? What the fuck? Look at that shit. All right.
Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us about these AI companions. How do they work, and what sort of services do they provide?
Like any app, you can download them on your phone, and once it's on your phone, you can start to have initial conversations with a lot of the characters.
You see me, I'm talking shit about her, her bad hair day, but, my hair is fucking shit. I can tell you that right now. But anyway, hers is worse.
That are offered on these apps. Some apps let you do it for free. Some apps you have to pay subscriptions. For the ones that let you do it for free, there's tiers of access that you can have. So you can pay extra, a subscription.
Let's get the light on in here. There's no
chat,
some light.
for different statuses and relationships. So Replica, for example, which is the most prominent app in this space, they let you pay extra for intimate conversations or more romantic statuses compared to a friend, which you can have for free.
Who are the typical consumers engaging in these products?
Who do you
We
think?
have really good information in terms of the gender breakdown or the different age groups that are using these. But we do know from extra.
Who do you think the consumer for this product is? Probably dudes living in their mom's basements, right? I mean, that's the demographic.
Journal studies that have been done on this topic that, at least when it comes to Replica, that a lot of the people that have been using these apps are people that have experienced loneliness in the past, or people that more than just have experienced loneliness, feel it a lot more acutely in their lives, and they have more severe forms of loneliness that they're going through.
You talked to some users who really reported how they felt like they were making a real connection with these bots. Tell us about what those experiences have been like that you've reported out.
Hey man, don't knock it till you try it. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody gets a little lonesome sometimes. You know what I mean? And especially in today's world, where everything is just everything's fucked up right now. You know what I mean? Everything's it's fucked up. We ain't going up right now. We're going fucking down, if you ask me. So let's continue on though.
You put in the story, you spoke to more. His name is Derek Carrier. He is 39. He lives in Belleville, Michigan, and he doesn't use Replica. He's used another app called Peridot that came out a bit more recently. He's had a tough life. He's never had a girlfriend before. He hasn't had a steady career. He has a genetic disorder. He's more reliant on his parents. He lives with them. So these are all things that make traditional dating very difficult for him. So recently, he was looking at this AI boom that was happening in our society. So he downloaded Peridot and he started using it. And, initially he said he experienced a ton of romantic feelings and emotions. He even had trouble sleeping in the early days.
He had trouble sleeping. Oh man, what do you think that means? He had trouble sleeping. Because he was too hot and bothered. You know what I mean?
When he started using it, because he was just kind of going through like crush-like symptoms. When we have crushes and how we sometimes can't sleep because we're up thinking about that person. Over time, his use of Peridot kind of tapered down, and he was spending a lot of time on the app. Even if he wasn't spending time on the app, he was talking to other people online that were using the app, and he felt like it was a bit too much. So he decreased his use.
The Surgeon General has called loneliness a public health crisis in this country.
Guy got addicted, fucking, I'm getting addicted, he's like fucking, like a crackhead or something, like, looking for his next fix, like fucking, shit. He had the love bug, you know what I mean?
Is there a debate happening now about whether these bots are helping address the loneliness crisis, or are they in fact exacerbating it?
If you talk to Replica, they say they're helping, right? It just depends on who you're speaking with. Some of the users that, for example, if you go on Reddit, that have reported some of their experiences with these apps, they say, it's helping them deal with loneliness, cope with those emotions, and maybe get the type of comfort that they don't really get in their human relationships that they have in real life. But then there's other researchers, people that have kind of expressed caution about these apps as well.
What about some of the ethical concerns about privacy, about maybe using people's data without their consent? What do those conversations look like?
there's researchers that have expressed concerns about, you know, data privacy. Is the data the type of conversations that people are having with these chatbots? Are they safe in terms of, you know, there's a lot of advertisers that might want a piece of that information. There's concerns about just the fact that there's private companies in this space that are encouraging these deep bonds to form between users and these chatbots, and companies that want to make profits, obviously. There's concerns about just in terms of what this does to us as a society when, you know.
I mean, like I was saying earlier, don't knock it till you try it, but I find it hard to believe how you could actually form a bond with like some kind of fucking just, you know, a chat bot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm interested. You know, like I kind of want to sign up for it just to kind of see what the appeal is. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'll have to look into it.
These chatbots are formed to be supportive, to be a lot more agreeable, right? And in human relationships, we know that there's conflict. You know, we're not always agreeing with our partners, so there's challenges in terms of how this is shaping maybe how people think about real.
She's very agreeable. You know, the chatbots are very agreeable. You know, like kind of like a slave or something like that. You know, like a sex slave. You know. Yeah.
Life and relationships with others.
Hallelujah Hidero, covering technology and internet culture for the AP. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Alan.
Oh man, she's probably a New Yorker. You know, she had the Statue of Liberty poster in the background. You know what I mean? I'm from Texas. You know, it's a whole different fucking. Seems like a whole different world down here in Texas. You know, from what they're going through up in New York. You know, that's just anyway. And oh yeah, did I watch this one? I don't know. This was kind of interesting. Maybe I'll watch this one. This one was interesting. Let's watch this one again. Yeah. Let's. Well, you know what? Actually, let's watch a little bit of this one because this is kind of on the same kind of thing. Switzerland's 3 billion euro legal sex trade too liberal. Let's watch a little bit about this.
At Take 5, you stay in your car because we're faster than you think.
Oil change is done.
But I didn't have time to fix my garage door opener.
Adult nature, wow. Okay.
It's 10 p.m. in Zurich, Switzerland. The temperature is below zero. But despite the cold, the city's prostitutes are out plying their trade. The Strickplatz, a perfectly legal, purpose-built cul-de-sac where Johns can drive, bike, or even skateboard in to buy sex, is the city's solution to an abundance of street prostitution.
Hey, you know what? Now this is just a kind of we went from that AI bot thing, and now we're on the for prostitution. You know, prostitution is obviously it's illegal in the States, you know, but maybe that's the solution, you know. You know, we're legalizing marijuana and stuff like that. You know, maybe we can legalize prostitution. You know, I've heard that some prostitutes are government workers. You know, they're really it's really like a legit thing. You know, they're tested for you know, STDs and they're really just they're professionals. You know, so hey, maybe that's the answer.
My name is Thea Jacobs. I'm a feature writer for The Sun. I've come to Switzerland to investigate how the country's liberal approach to the sex trade is working for the people closest to it. In this film, I'll take you inside a brothel.
We have a client here. I would know the owner.
Meet a man developing the Uber of prostitution, and delve into Geneva's group sex sword.
Oh, wait a second. First and foremost.
Into Geneva's group.
Glory hole. Interesting. That's pretty interesting. The Uber of prostitution. Wow, that's a pretty good business model, you know.
Sex sauna theme.
difference is the...
Sex swing?
Yeah.
Glory hole.
Voilà, the glory hole. And a special room, it's very strange.
Oh!
Bitch said, oh!
Prostitution has been legal in Switzerland since 1942, and the country has some of the loosest sex buying laws in Europe. Until 2013, teens as young as 16 were able to work as prostitutes here. Regulations vary throughout the country, but in some districts, buying and selling sex is legal in clubs, bordellos, private apartments, and on the streets. But the majority of the legal transactions take place in brothels, like this one in Geneva, which I've secured a private tour of.
How are you? Good. How are you? Come on, please.
You know, she's like, this girl right here, is she a prostitute? Because she was totally eye-fucking her when she came in, you know? She was checking her out, you know? Seeing what, checking her out, you know? Damn, is she a prostitute? Is there going to be a little carpet munching? We're about to find out.
I will show you the place, so please come with me. We have 6
Please come with me. That's a pun.
rooms. All the rooms are different, you will see. When a client arrives, we told the girls, we have a presentation. We told the girls how is the client, because the girl has their preference. So sometimes they don't want to work with Asiatic clients or Arabic clients because maybe they know them. For the client, it's not easy because you say to the client, take a seat. For me, it's normal, but are many girls who are coming just to say, hello, my name is Catalina, hello, my name is Bianca, and they leave, and then I need to remember which girl I want. It's complicated because they are so nervous. Sometimes it's not easy for them. We have a client here.
Prices start from £138 for half an hour with one of the girls, and extra services can be paid for on top of the generic package.
Wow.
Service includes erotic shower.
Wow, look, I mean, you know, I think I was saying earlier in this broadcast, I was in the military for a short time, very short, and I would never claim to be a veteran or nothing like that. Like, I'm not a, you know, I would never claim to my service was very short, you know, I had a bad kind of experience with the military. But I was stationed in Korea for a short time, and I can kind of see kind of what they're some of the I've seen some of this firsthand. But this sounds really fancy, you know, like, you know, packages, you know, you can get like this and this and this. I mean, fuck, you know, it's kind of like going from the base model to a fucking luxury, you know.
Or erotic massage. One shot with the client, oral with condom. But they decide.
This is
oh,
the
come on, I don't want to see your
Armor
shit.
Ever. Introducing.
Fuck off, bitch.
Lydia is 22. She's French, of North African descent, and has been at the brothel for 1 month. How long have you been working in the sex industry?
How long have you been a fucking slut? A fucking, what do the British say? A skag? Is that what they say? A skag.
It's too much time.
What made you decide to do this?
The first time because I have holidays for years, but when I do this, I like, and now it's my work because I like.
After working in other European countries, she says she prefers Switzerland.
Here is more expensive, we have more experience, we have other people, it's not the same client, and I prefer here. Before I worked in Germany and in the club, and in French private restaurant. Here the men respect the girl and have money. It's not like in Germany or France because the men want more for nothing, you know?
God damn. The Germans and the French, bro. Fucking hell. Some savages, man. You know what I mean? Fuck.
A good client is some men have too much money first, for me. I prefer the old men.
Old men?
Yeah.
The brothel welcomes hundreds of clients each week. Many are businessmen on foreign trips who are happy to pay high fees and bring expensive presents for the girls.
We have the client who come just for 30 minutes, and sometimes they are here for a longer time. Because the client come not just for sex. Here in Switzerland, the clients are alone, really. So they need to talk, they need to feel somebody. It's not just sex. Yes.
Interesting, you know. That goes kind of back to the AI bots, the chat bots that when we started the video. It's not just sex, you know, it's companionship, you know. I can see that, you know, I can understand that. I mean, you know, 5 minutes and you fucking, you know, bust your load, you know. I mean, you still got 25 minutes left on the timer, you know. You might as well fucking, you know, get your money's worth.
It's like make a relationship and don't feel alone. I think so.
Victoria is from Brazil. She's worked in the Netherlands, Germany, and Spain, but she says she prefers Switzerland too.
Porque aquí tratan diferente a las mujeres. Ya la casa es diferente, porque allí en España obligan a hacer muchas cosas a las mujeres.
Take a look at that. Take a look at that. You know. Do what you will with that.
Que te toquen, que te ves.
She likes the money that can be earned from her work, but that affection doesn't always extend to the men spending it.
Ver cómo los hombres son tan animales y locos. Pero, o sea, que me respeten, amor. Que no estén muy drogados. Que no huelan mal así que me vengan.
Oh man, bro. Man. You know, dudes, man, they fucking... Dudes are pigs, you know? They fucking stink, man, you know what I mean? Fuck. She knows it, you know?
Rules about what can and can't be bought, and it's the girls who decide what's on and off the table.
A ver, depende. Yo doy besos de lengua, pero si veo que el cliente tiene una boca saludable y todo, por un plus, sí.
About the rules for the clients, just to be nice with the girls. They're...
You got... Oral hygiene is pretty important, you know? You know, fucking... You know, your dentist, you know, they tell you to floss, you know, they ain't fucking just fucking talking shit, you know what I mean? This is true to life, you know what I mean? It's a necessity.
It's where they live. The service include, like I told you, massage, shower, rigorous sex, and oral. So if the client wants something else, he needs to talk with the girl, and he needs to be sure that she wants to do it or she can do it. Because if the girl say no, it's no.
It's warm in the brothel. It has to be.
Well, that was a Mitsubishi air conditioner or heater, air conditioner, thermostat. Interesting. But what else would the client want? Like maybe some fucking you know, anal.
For obvious reasons. The situation for the women who work on the street is very different. At the Strickplatz in Zurich, girls wait in the freezing cold to be picked up and taken to a sex box, with neon lights where punters pay for sexual services. Not only is this setup completely legal, it was built by the Zurich City Council with taxpayers.
Honestly, I don't want to watch this whole video because I might get a copyright. So maybe a few more minutes of this and we'll switch it up because it is very interesting. But I might have to switch it because I don't want to catch a copyright.
And they voted for it. It was hoped that the complex would help keep sex workers safe and contain the trade. But despite authorities declaring it a success, it has failed to curb the growing illegal prostitution run by violent traffickers.
you are never sure if the person you're buying sex from is doing this really voluntarily, or if this person
Got a little
is
bit of
doing
Polish
this
vodka
under
right here.
pressure, or even is a victim of human trafficking.
Olivia Fry is the manager of Zurich's Women's Centre, which wants the
You know,
country to adopt a
nothing
Nordic
special.
model where sex buyers are criminalised, but the prostitutes themselves are not.
So what we hear from them is that most of them, if they had
Got a little bit of Monster,
would love to do
fucking
something else,
to wash it down
they feel
as a chaser.
victimized, they feel violated, they feel not treated as normal women. Some women who work in brothels have told me, you know, the morning I get up, before I get to work, I'm already in debt because I have to pay the lady answering the phone, I have to pay the guy doing the security in the brothel, I have to pay the ones in the office doing the advertising. So I'm already in debt in the morning when I get up, and I have not even had one client.
In Zurich, there are just 3 districts where street prostitution is legal. The former red light district of Langstrasse is not one of them. Nevertheless, the trade continues here in plain sight.
There are certain bars that are very well known for some kind of contact bars, so they are very well known. And around these bars, when you walk by there, you see a lot of young women just lingering there and trying to make contact with the men passing by. So there are women from Nigeria at one spot, at the other spot there are Eastern European women. So they are brought here and they have found
Nigeria? No comment.
thousands of euros. They are in debt with their traffickers. They tell them if you leave or if you don't pay your debts, we are going to harm your family back in Nigeria. And they also have this kind of voodoo spells they do.
Whoa.
And
She said voodoo. What? Voodoo? Voodoo?
To have this kind of voodoo spells.
What the fuck? Voodoo spells, bro. Poking dolls and shit, you know what I mean? Like with a fucking needle. Burning its little fucking, you know, pinky. You know, his little pinky finger. Fucking hell, what the fuck?
And tell them you get hurt or your loved ones get hurt if you don't work until your debt is paid. One place that is very well known here in Zurich, there are 4 women sharing one room and they pay each per day like 200 Swiss francs, and they live and work in the same room, all 4 of them. So I mean, if you have already like 10,000 euros costs for, you know, for bringing them here, and then every day 200 francs more, and prices are very low, to pay off their debts, it's almost impossible.
Forever you and me.
Well, we're getting pretty close to cutting this video off. Probably just a minute or 2 more, and I'll cut it off because I don't want to catch copyright. So, man, looks cold, doesn't it? Fucking hell.
It's estimated a girl looking to escape forced prostitution makes around £50,000, a sum that's far out of reach for those under the thumb of gangsters. The girls brought from other countries arrive already in debt to their traffickers, and things keep mounting. And many of the women who want to escape this life are working in areas of Zurich where prostitution is illegal, meaning if they get caught, they face large fines. Unless one of the victims speaks up, which is extremely rare, cops in the city are unable to investigate or do anything, allowing the criminal enterprise to thrive. It's a far cry from the upper tiers of the industry, even if, in essence, the service is the same.
Escorting is prostitution. To make nice, everybody likes to use this word now, but actually escorting and prostitution is the same.
Leila owns Agence Elegance, a high-class escort service that caters for Switzerland's wealthiest clientele.
A lot of girls nowadays want to do this activity, but I'm very selective. So there is a special shape, a special attitude, and it's important for me that...
Wow, pretty crazy, you know? Let's go ahead and end it in this little video right here. Interesting, you know? It's looking at here in the States, you know, we don't have shit like that. You know, I mean, you know, you wanna get off, you gotta jack off. You know what I mean? Either that or fucking, you know, find a real chick. You know. But yeah. This video was pretty interesting. I felt like what we're going through in the world right now with the immigration thing and all the migrants and shit like that. You know, let's watch a little bit of this.
Love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More.
I feel very trapped. I'm afraid to go out on my own. My sons won't let me go out on my own.
Ireland's anti-immigration backlash has spiralled into countrywide unrest in recent months, after a sharp rise in the number of foreigners arriving onto its shores.
Unfortunately, I think Ireland is becoming the new Sweden.
Protests, arson attacks, and hardening anti-immigration views have transfused Irish politics with a fervour not seen since the Troubles.
How long are you going to stay out here for?
As long as it takes.
My name's Michael Murphy, and I went to Ireland for the Telegraph to find out what Irish people make of the growing strife. I started my journey in Dublin, where hundreds...
It's such a tough question, you know, like, because you can't really blame people for fucking trying to find a better life, you know what I mean? Especially if they're in some third world shithole, you know what I mean? You know, where the, you know, I mean, the women are treated like shit. There's no jobs, dude. You know, but then you can't really blame the local population where they immigrate to, because, you know, it just changes, it gradually changes their culture, you know what I mean? It changes their culture, and sometimes the immigrants bring crime, they bring, you know, the problems with them. Not all the time. I'm not saying all immigrants are a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, it's just such a delicate balance, you know, and you can see why it's such a big problem here in our lifetimes, you know. I don't know the answer. I don't know it.
Lots of people turned out for an anti-immigration march.
We're just fed up with the Irish government. We're just fed up with them. It's like a mass plantation what they're doing here. There's so many unvetted male people being brought over to this country, and they're planting them all in around schools, parks, and we're all feeling very unsafe. We're worried for our children.
We cannot sustain a huge number, that level of foreign people living within the borders of this country, many of which are living off social welfare because they're being attracted here because of the loose welfare laws and immigration laws of the state.
Look after the Irish!
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Look after the Irish!
Just messing around with our heads, this whole government, and I don't trust what's going on. I just want I think they're puppets for other powers, the elites, you know, the WHO and, you know, all the rest of it, and possibly even King Charles. Just puppets for somebody else, and they're not caring for our own people.
You know, speaking from personal experience, you know, I went to a public school. There were, you know, here in Texas, you know, when I went to this public school, there were people of all races, dude. Like, I had friends that were fucking, you know, other races, dude. You know what I mean? You know, I just don't know, bro. It's such a hard question and a hard topic, you know. But if somebody's saying like all immigrants are evil or something like that, like I just can't believe that, you know what I mean? Because I've had positive experiences in my life with people of, you know, other races, you know what I mean? I mean, I just it's a tough one though, you know. It's a tough one. I'm too stupid to answer the question.
Look, the Irish and the long-term homeless here from all over the world are living and sleeping in the streets. The council come and take their tents and burn their goods.
You guys keep watching this. I gotta take a leak.
People are on a housing list 20 and 30 years. But if you come in here off a plane with no passport, you're safe. It's just not right. So there. Call, and to anyone listening to this, call me what the hell you like. Little do I care. Thank you.
Some people have described marches like this as far right. Are you far right?
No, I am a concerned father. I have 3 children. I have 2 daughters and I have a son. 11, 9 and 7. That's why I'm here. Listen, the mainstream media don't report on what goes on really in these areas. There's kids being abducted, there's kids being assaulted, there's kids being raped, there's women being raped, and the mainstream media will not report on it.
To find out more about where the anger is coming from, I went to a traditional Irish pub in the heart of Dublin to sit down with dissident journalist Ben Scallon.
The issue of immigration didn't really come up much in Irish politics. I think we're probably unique in the sense that it's been a major election issue in the UK, in Germany, in America, but across the Western world, while this conversation was unfolding, Irish people haven't really discussed it at election time. And then now, I think around 2019 or 2018, that sort of time period, we saw the beginnings of protests around asylum centres being moved into local areas. And I think that's simply due to a significant uptick that we were seeing, where it was far bigger numbers than what we had experienced previously.
And why do you think the government has made Ireland's borders more porous and has, as you said, rung the dinner bell for,
This is totally kind of off topic here, but I'm a fan of having an interview in a pub, because having a beer with somebody, really gives you kind of, you kind of let loose, You don't see that too much in America where there's an interview taking place and like over a drink, You don't see that. But, alcohol is kind of a truth serum in a way, and so, you can really kind of get a little bit more at the issue when you kind of get people to open up, That's just my opinion.
Asylum seekers and other migrants around the world.
I think that the Irish government is primarily...
Of course, this guy looks like he's drinking he could be drinking a rum and coke, but could be a Dr. Pepper, who knows?
...really concerned with appearing to be a modern European country, and they admire their European colleagues. They admire countries like Scandinavian countries like Sweden and so on that are progressive and very trendy, I suppose, if you want to put it that way. Unfortunately, I think Ireland is becoming the new Sweden in a way, because the same way people used to talk about Sweden several years ago, that it was this country that was totally off the rails, they've got total strife, total ghettoization. It seems like having seen the failure of that policy in countries like Sweden and in countries like Germany and France, we want to replicate it for some reason that I don't quite understand.
The Irish government has bussed refugees often at night and with little warning into towns like Roscrea, sparking local anger and weeks-long demonstrations. I went to Roscrea, where locals have been protesting for 3 weeks outside the town's only hotel, closed down last month after the government struck a deal with its owner to house more than 160 asylum seekers there.
I am out here, first of all, I'm a mother, and I'm very, very concerned about the level of migration that's happening into our town. We are one of the smallest towns in Tipperary. We have 85% of international protection applicants. That's a huge number for any town, but for a small town like Roscrea that doesn't have any resources, we have over 1,000 IPAs in town. There's only 5,500 of a population in this town. That's a huge amount to expect anybody to take on.
Some people have said that the town has changed over the last few years. They're scared to go out at night. The playground is left without children. No people want to go there anymore. Why is that?
Well, I think a lot of the thing is, and here again, it's the arrogance of the men that are bringing them into the town. They don't provide any services for them. There's no recreational activities. So you have groups of 10 and 15 IPAs standing around in groups. Now, let it be said, if that was 10 or 15 Irish men standing around in groups, I would be intimidated. But when you're walking past a group of men and they're saying something to you in a different language and you don't know what they're saying, it's very, very intimidating. There's women, older women and men here who won't go to collect their pension on a Friday morning in town because the post office, outside the post office is where they gather. Now, I'm not saying these men could be, they're probably really, really nice lads, but any group that gathers in 15s and 20s is going to be intimidating.
While the protests have been mostly peaceful, some have turned violent, including in Dublin last year, where riots broke out after 3 young children and a woman was stabbed, allegedly by a man of Algerian origin.
We're here in Crooksling, on the outskirts of Dublin, where, as you can see, Garda are stationed behind me after a suspected arson attack on an abandoned nursing home that was due to house migrants last night. Now, this is one of more than a dozen such arson attacks that have happened in Ireland over the past year.
You have to be ready. Let's fight like demons.
The Irish state has taken in more refugees than it can house, forcing the government to offer asylum applicants tents and sleeping bags as they arrived in Dublin. Since the Russian invasion, nearly 100,000 Ukrainians have been off.
Anytime you let somebody in, and they have to live on the street, that don't seem like a really good plan, like for the indigenous population and also just the asylum seeker, because it's just you could say, well, I'm gonna live, from the immigrant's point of view, I'm gonna live on the street just for a little while till I get a job, but that's a pretty big if, hell, if you can get a job, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, damn, it don't seem like a good policy, bro. It just, if there's like if you're gonna let them live at like a halfway house or something like that, provide some living space for them until they can get on their feet. That seems like a better policy than just fucking letting them in and just, they gotta live on the street, bro. That don't seem too good of a policy.
Offered refuge in Ireland. I spoke to one Ukrainian refugee outside of an asylum processing centre in Dublin.
You've lived in a tent here for a month.
Yeah.
And how's that been?
Well, for me it was better to stay here because no bombs, no military. I don't live here.
Okay.
I have accommodation for like 7 months or something.
Damn, what what? Damn, bro. Shitting on the tent, bro. That's pretty fucking, that's not a good look, bro. It's not a good look.
And now I have right to work. I received this labor market access. I start to work. And, I believe in a month or 2 I will be able to rent something.
And how have the Irish people been? Have they been welcoming?
Irish people are different. In this area, Irish people were very, very kind. Really very kind. It's not that city center that were spy and all that, junky people and all that. Here it was very quiet and welcoming place.
Excluding Ukrainians, the number...
Interesting. Pretty interesting. We're going to leave it at this point right here. We're more than halfway through the video. I should play a little song real quick. I'll play a little music, and then I will go on to the next video. Let's see. Here's my stream? Not that. Where's my? Oh, okay. I'll play this short little song. I'm gonna grab a beer. I'll be right back.
Is this what you want? These crunchy ridges?
Yes, coach!
If you want to secure the...
Be right back. Cool. Let's watch a little Ukraine footage. Looks like I didn't watch this whole video. There's some pretty good Ukraine video, war video online. You know, pretty intense. Let's. You know what? Can I add this one? I can't. How can I? Let's watch. Let's see. Let's watch this one first.
This video, residents of the map.
Monday.com is the ideal platform for any organization that is looking to make.
This video was 8 months ago, so you know it ain't too recent. You know what I mean? But still, let's watch it. A little bit of it.
At the end of February and the beginning of March, after unsuccessful attempt to take Chernihiv by storm, the Russian army changes its tactics.
A characteristic of Russians is, when they cannot do something, they start to level it with the ground. The doctrine of Gerasimov, chief of their general staff. The Scorched Earth Society, just stupid shooting by wagons, echelons.
Oh man, this is kind of boring, bro. This is boring. Let's watch that other one. That's pretty boring. Fuck that. Let's see what we got here. This wasn't too long ago. Let's see. This was 3 months ago. Yeah, let's watch this one. A little bit of it.
Давай! Давай бежом!
Да! Давай-ка!
Wow. Total letdown, you know. They didn't even. He loaded the RPG, but they didn't show him shooting the RPG. I mean, there's a couple channels on YouTube. That was just 1080p. But there's a couple channels on YouTube that show the war on 4K. It's pretty awesome. If you have a 4K TV, you should totally check that shit out because it's just so clear and crisp, you know. You get such a good fucking look at, just everything, and it's entire, fucking, you get the whole picture, It's great. So if you got 4K TV, check that out. Okay, well, let's see, one day ago, pardon me. Oh man, what's that? What is that?
When this guy named David lost all of his limbs, he was told that he was never going to have a regular life ever again. But David didn't let that get to his head and went straight to physical therapy to get prosthetics and make a change. He worked tirelessly to achieve his goal and said that he is nothing but grateful to be alive. His dedication eventually paid off, and this is him today doing his absolute best and proving everyone wrong. When this guy named...
Damn, holy shit. Let's watch the good old days. George W. Bush and Vladimir Putin. Video quality is shit, huh? Fuck.
This is the last question. And then what we're going to do is we're going to walk around and say hello to everybody, and then we're going to go back to the ranch. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Judy Swinson, and I'm in 7th grade.
7th grade. Good.
If you do go to Russia, are you going to be taking some kids from Crawford?
No.
Да.
Я вам очень благодарен за этот вопрос.
I'm extremely grateful for this question.
Аудитория начала с этого вопроса практически, и вы закончили эти вопросы.
The whole audience basically started on this note, and you finalized the whole thing with your question.
Это не случайно.
This is not a mere coincidence, I believe.
Мне президент говорит, приезжай, когда у нас здесь плюс 40, я тебя запишу в клуб, я здесь создал клуб 40. Мы бегаем, когда 40 градусов жары, мы здесь бегаем несколько миль.
When on our way here, the president invited to come here when it's plus 40 Celsius, more than 110, and he invited me to join a plus 40 club who jog when it is 110 and more.
Я подумаю еще.
Well, I'll think about it.
Но у нас действительно в некоторых регионах страны, там, где люди живут, в Сибири, вот в этом году, допустим, прошлой зимой, температура 2 недели держалась минус 50.
Indeed, in our country, there are regions where people live, by the way, in Siberia, where last year, for 2 weeks in a row, the temperatures were around or below minus 50 Celsius for 2 weeks running.
Я вам обещаю, что я в такие условия президента не помещу.
My promise is I will not terrorize your president with such low temperatures.
Но
Oh man, those were them good old days, Now, now Putin's a fucking war criminal and fucking whatever, killer. I don't know. It's hard to know what the truth is and what's the spin, you know. But I wonder how many. Can I watch a little bit of this? I'm curious. Let's try to watch a little bit of this. I hope I don't get a fucking a copyright. Pretty lighthearted, you know. Pretty lighthearted.
Fuck. 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 Shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Horse piss. Fuck. Shit. Horse piss. Fuck. Shit. Horse piss.
Son of a two-ball bitch.
Fuck. Shit.
Horse piss. Son of a two-ball bitch.
Motherfucker. Fuck. Shit. Horse piss.
Son of a two-ball bitch.
Motherfucker. Fuck. Shit. Horse piss.
Son of a two-ball bitch.
Motherfucker. Fuck. Shit. Horse piss.
Son of a two-ball bitch.
Motherfucker. Fuck. Shit. Horse piss.
Son of a two-ball bitch.
Motherfucker.
I can't be in love in this plastic.
Motherfucker.
To never lie over seems tragic. Raise us so tight when I take us. We thought it was gold, but it was bronze. So give me time when I take us. Thought it was gold, but it was bronze. Get here in time when I take us. Thought it was gold, but it was bronze.
Fuck. Shit. Horse piss.
Son of a two-ball bitch.
Fuck. Shit. Horse piss.
Son of a two-ball bitch.
Fuck. Shit. Horse piss.
Son of a two-ball bitch.
In the snuff box next time. Dancing bears, turbans, explosives, and snuff. This is a snuff box.
Pretty awesome little show there. Kind of a cult classic. If you're a fan of Naked Gun, there's a movie called Top Secret, and there's a movie called Hot Shots. And also Monty Python. If you're a fan of them type of shows, you know, like the goofy type of pardon me, off the wall kind of slapstick, just kind of, you know, just abstract humor, kind of a lot of times pretty dark as well. You'll like this show. Snuffbox. I've got it on DVD. Great little show. A British show. But yep. I think I'm gonna end it right there. I think I've said everything I can say at this moment in time. So I'll leave you with a little fucking song, and then we'll end it. Okay? Let's see what we got. What is this little fucking? Let's listen to this one.
Do you know if you have milk
Yeah.
right now?
Let's listen to this one.
Doesn't matter.
This is Russia. 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 This is Russia.
This is Russia. Танки валят по площади. Предназовут рабочий класс. На каждого брата по 205. Тактический боезапас. 40 комендантов газа на лыжах. Каждый второй школьник угашен. Если ты в мясо, медведь ты страшен. This is Russia.
This is Russia. This is Russia. This is Russia. This is Russia. This is Russia. This is Russia. This is Russia.
This is Russia. не варит, его с утра залечит раны. Лучше, чем доктор Айболит. Во двор упал, метеорит, но его никто не заметил даже. Стальной бюст в углу на страже. Hello, comrade, this is Russia. This is Russia. This is Russia. This is Russia. Comrade, this is Russia.
Well, we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. Check out this channel right here. Alan Aztec. Got 240,000 subscribers. Got some pretty cool little fucking, I don't know what you call them. I guess it's like a funk. Funk, is that what they call them? Kind of like a meme, a funk meme type channel, you know. You know, I guess it's not, yeah, funk, yeah. So check it out. But you guys have a good weekend. I might stream. I'm not saying I'm going to stream, but I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. You know, might play some Far Cry Blood Dragon. It's a little bit overdue. It's about a month since I played that game, but we'll see what happens. All right, you guys have a good night. Take care.